have some big Grand Archive news to go over, including a change coming with the Fractured Crown that I think is going to make sealed play incredibly fun. And I cannot wait for it. I think it is actually incredibly smart. Something that some other card games have done before, but something that I think in Grand Archive is going to be really, really unique and a ton of fun. It really meshes well with the mechanics of the game. Can't wait to talk about it. And then I also have a couple news to kind of recap some announcements, I guess you could call them, that I made in the previous Grand Archive video. And this is for folks who have not seen that last video. So let's go over those really first. Let's go over those first, because those are the things that are more personal, that have to do with the channel here, but they are all relevant to Grand Archive. So the first one is that I will be having a Grand Archive Fractured Crown spoiler video on June 4th. It is on a Sunday, at least for me, and you do not want to miss this. If you play Grand Archive, if you are interested in the game, you're gonna want to see what I have to show. For lore reasons, for gameplay reasons, they really hooked me up. So you don't miss it. You'll start seeing more stuff about that as we go on. By that I mean we'll have a premiere. We'll have a premiere for it. And then the second thing is that after I was gonna say after careful consideration, but I honestly didn't think about it all that much because I think it's kind of a slam dunk. I have really been enjoying Grand Archive. I genuinely really love the game. I think there's something special here, and I feel the same way I did back when Flesh and Blood first came out, and that is not something I say lightly. And because of that, I have decided to now start doing either weekly or semi-weekly Grand Archive content, depending on how much I have to talk about. Right now we have a lot of news to talk about. I want to do deck techs and maybe some gameplay here and there, but you know, if it's slow, we might not do a video in any given week. But I really want to talk more about Grand Archive. It's really fun. I just love it so much, and I think, like I said, I think there's something really special here. So, all of that out of the way, let's start diving into what we have to talk about today. And that all has to do with something that was sneakily shown on one of the devs' Twitter accounts. Let's just cut to the chase. It has been officially added, by the way, to the Fractured Crown product sheet. So this is the official Fractured Crown product sheet. Oh, hello, Merlin. And we're gonna scroll down just a little bit, and here we have this here. So I have a better image of this that we're gonna use, so let's go to that. But this is what we're gonna talk about here. This is the Fractured Crown sealed kit, and I think it is genius. So here we go. Oh wait, here's another thing that I was gonna show you. Here's what the booster box is gonna look like for Fractured Crown. You know, it's as what you would expect, given like the splash art here. Really beautiful splash art. But yeah, it's very pink, and it has like this pink crystal that is one of Merlin's traits. It's like some of her magic. So, you know, it's going to be all about Merlin and maybe some other characters too. So, yeah, so that's that. Really cool looking, and you can get a nice little zoom on it. 20 booster packs. You know, this is an expansion set, and because it's an expansion set, I think what they're doing with the draft, or rather the sealed, is brilliant. So here it is. Fractured Crown, releasing August 25th, 2023. And here you can see they have this special little kit here. And it says, yeah, I do have a better image of the kit. So here is what the kit looks like. Grand Archive, sealed kit. Contents, says Fractured Crown, 4 packs of Fractured Crown, 4 packs of Dawn of Ashes Ultra Edition, 26 card preset sealed pool. And then we'll go over that because they do go into the detail here. So what is this? This is the Fractured Crown sealed kit, and it introduces a new way for game stores to run sealed events for Grand Archive and a unique, repeatable gameplay experience for players. I'm really excited for this. This reminds me of kind of like of pre-release kits for Magic the Gathering, and I know Pokemon does it as well, but this is a little bit different because this is not just a pre-release kit. This is something that stores can continue to run post-release, right? There's nowhere on this that says pre-release. This is just a sealed kit. And it says the Fractured Crown sealed kit includes 4 packs of DOA Altar, 4 packs of Fractured Crown, in addition to a sealed event pack, which I think is really important. The sealed event pack contains all of the normal lineage champions. So this means the untalented lineage champions, level 1 and level 2. And 8 pre-selected cards for deck construction. So just to kind of like smooth out your deck. But also it includes these, which I think really changes the way that Sealed is played. I think these two cards in particular, the Prismatic Spirit and the Gate of Alterity, I think that these two things are what the crux of this conversation today, the crux of this video. First of all, the fact that they're doing this, really good, really smart. Sealed is notoriously hard to balance, and it's all just kind of random. And this is also random, but having the Sealed pack, or having the Sealed kit, and having all of the champions is really good. It makes it more flexible. And speaking of which, we have these two. So it says, the Sealed Event Pack also includes 2 special cards, a Prismatic Spirit that lets you choose 2 basic elements among fire, water, and wind, and a Gate of Alterity that lets you unlock an additional class. Note, Prismatic Spirit and Gate are not legal for Standard, and also they will not be included in Draft. I have 100% confirmed that also with Silidar, one of the creators of the game. And so, let's take a look at these cards individually. So here we have the Prismatic Spirit. Now you're going to be using the Spirit instead of your normal fire, water, wind Spirit, and it has a significantly different mechanic. So it says, on enter, instead of just drawing 7 cards like your normal Spirit does, it says draw 6, then choose 2 basic elements. Prismatic Spirit gains inherited effect. This object is each of the chosen elements in addition to its other elements. So this makes it so for your sealed pool, you have access to 2/3 of the base elements, which is super, super important. Very, very cool. And also makes deck constructing for Sealed just super smooth. I think this is a brilliant idea, and it's a great way to just let people play Sealed. And also this opens up a ton of casual formats. This is not legal for Standard play, but who knows, maybe some people make a Prismatic format, right? Just for fun. And they can do a bunch of crazy stuff with it. I bet that could be a lot of fun too. But for Sealed, I think this is absolutely brilliant. And then of course we have the Gate of Alterity. So this one actually costs 1. This is an actual item as opposed to just your Spirit, which you just get at the start of the game. So this one is the Gate of Alterity. It's a Regalia item. It's a Spirit Gate, which is, I believe, the first of its kind, with gorgeous artwork, absolutely gorgeous artwork. And it says, put Gate of Alterity on the bottom of your champion's lineage, then choose a class. Gate of Alterity gains inherited effect. This object is the chosen class in addition to its other classes. So this is a way, in combination with the Prismatic Spirit, that you have access to a ton of cards in your sealed pool and a bunch of their bonuses. Keep in mind, in Grand Archive, any class can use any other class card as long as it has the appropriate elements. Right, so if say you're playing this and you have fire and water that you choose, you can play any of your fire and water cards because you have those elements activated. And even if you're not a mage, you can play like the mage cards. But having this Gate of Alterity means that you also get the bonus effect from those mage cards. So you can make like an assassin mage, right? And then have the bonuses from both assassin cards and the mage cards for the class bonuses. And overall, I think this is really, really smart. This is something that not even Flesh and Blood does, right? And to be honest, suffers a little bit in the sealed gameplay. I really like Flesh and Blood sealed gameplay, but if you keep playing it over and over, people find ways to kind of just abuse it. In Outsiders, we had a situation where a lot of people were just playing piles of cards, and they were just trying to outlast their opponent because, like, you weren't able to make a super synergistic deck most of the time, and so just having a pile worked out. So anyway, something like this I think is really smart, so people can have like cohesive, playable, sealed decks. Like I said, you have the 4 packs of Fractured Crown, 4 packs of Dawn of Ashes, and I can't wait to do this. I really want to play this. I really want to stream this, actually. Get, me and a buddy, and then just stream us opening up a sealed kit and then just playing. I think it's going to be a ton of fun. And I think this is something, this is something that I definitely want to see them doing in the future, going forward. I would love to see this with every new set release, right? To have like, maybe the next set after Fractured Crown is like we know it's going to be like a new like core set or something. And I have talked to the devs before on the channel, and they said, it's not always going to be fantasy. So maybe the next set is like a sci-fi set, right? And then they have the sci-fi set and they have a sealed kit for that. And then when they release the expansion, they have another sealed kit for that has both of them together, right? This is actually, I don't want to talk about this just in particular. The fact that the Fractured Crown is an expansion set that you cannot draft with. Being able to, well, traditionally draft with just it. You might be able to draft it in like kind of like this, where you do like half and half, you know, maybe like 3 DOA and 3 Fractured Crown. But this is such a smart way to make it so you can play your expansion set in limited. Once again, this is not something that Flesh and Blood does that I think would be amazing. Being able to play limited with your expansion set, it makes it so that like the packs are more playable, right? Even though it comes in this little kit here, I'm sure if you have like the little exclusives, like if you have these 2 cards at the ready, and then if you have maybe like whatever the 8 pre-selected cards are, you could probably just buy random packs, right? Buy 4 packs of each, and then just, pardon me, just do it yourself. So I think this is super smart. It's a great way to make it so you can play limited with your expansion sets, and just one of the reasons, many reasons why I think Grand Archive is an absolutely fantastic game. If you have not tried it out yet, I highly recommend giving it a shot. If it is sold out in your region, and Grand Archive is popping off right now and selling out in a lot of areas, and maybe not so in others, you know, card games are a very regional thing. Sometimes they do really good in other regions, and sometimes they don't do great in some. But I do know there are regions where this game is selling out, and if that is the case, we do know that they're going to have a reprint of Dawn of Ashes coming in the next few months. It takes time to reprint these things, but I highly recommend giving it a shot. You can find Grand Archive on TCG Player now, so if you need to get starter decks or booster boxes, they're available on TCG Player. But anyway, I'm just starting to ramble now. So yeah, that's the topic of today's video. I wanted to talk about these sealed kits. I think they're brilliant. I think they're really, really smart, and I think it's just such a good way to get more life out of your expansion set, right? It's more than just a, you know, crack the packs, make the decks, or crack the packs, collect the cards. Now you can get this, crack the packs, and then play the game immediately. And probably, I imagine, to be a pretty fun sealed environment. We have yet to see, but I'm really looking forward to it. So thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you think of this in the comments down below. And yeah, let me know what you also think about the other things that I mentioned too, especially me doing one Grand Archive video a week or semi-weekly. Would love the feedback on that. So thanks so much for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time.